Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for jumping on. I am so excited to see each and every one of you here. We wanted to get on here tonight and share with you stories of hope. Plexus is absolutely amazing and is truly changing lives for so many people. One, for our product lineup that we offer, but two, for the financial blessing that Plexus offers. So we want to share a few stories of hope with you guys tonight for what Plexus is doing for people, specifically with the opportunity. I want to take you back a little bit because when I joined almost 10 years ago, I had absolutely no clue what network marketing was. I joined to get my pink drink at the cheapest price, and I did not realize that not only was this network marketing, which I soon learned was an amazing business model, but I had no idea that I could make an income sharing health and happiness with products that I absolutely love. This truly was a plan B that I stumbled on that eventually became a plan A. So you might be listening to this video live right now tonight or the recording, and you might be asking yourself right now, what does my future look like? You might be looking at unemployment. You might be looking at a change in job status because of the crisis that we're going through with the global pandemic of the coronavirus. Things might look differently for you right now, and we want to share with you tonight how this truly can be a part-time income, a side gig, a plan B that maybe becomes your plan A. Now, I knew I wanted to be a registered nurse, and that never changed. And I went to nursing school, found my first job, started working 12-hour night shifts, and truly thought I had found the American dream, right? I was doing what I had always dreamed I could do. And I did not take into account what the night shifts would do to my body. I did not take into account the working at night and sleeping during the day, especially when we started a family. I was passing in the hall with my husband, who's a nurse anesthetist, the nights, the call, the holidays, the weekends. And we got to a point where we said, is this what we signed up for? Is this the American dream that we wanted? Because we had the house, we had the minivan, we had all the things. At the time, we had 2 boys, but we also had the credit card debt, the nursing school loans, the anesthesia school loans, all of those things that weighed so heavy on us. When I stumbled on this pink drink and my first commission showed up for $300, I started asking, what is this? And what could it be? And I'm going to save the end of my story for the end of this call, but I wanted you guys to meet some amazing women, some ladies who have been introduced to Plexus, who have found hope, health, and happiness through the products as well as the financial opportunity. And sharing with us first is going to be Senior Gold Ambassador Shannon. And she has an amazing story, and I just love what Plexus is doing for her and her family. So Shannon, I'm going to let you take it away.
Hi, thank you. I am so happy to be here and honored to share because I was one of the ones that said I would never do a business like this again. And I also said I didn't need it. So before Plexus came into my life, I was an extreme couponer. I could have been on the show had I applied. I had a basement full of goods I had gotten for free from all the stores. I went 2 years without paying for diapers or wipes or formula for my babies. I knew I always wanted to stay home. And so I did it the hard way. I pinched pennies and I couponed, and my husband was a teacher and we lived on peanuts. We learned how to live on $35,000 a year. We got debt free on that amount of money. So we knew how to be frugal and we knew how to live small. So when this opportunity came into my life, I said, I don't need it though. Like, we're fine. We're debt free and we live small and we're happy in our little tiny house. And I'm okay with that. Well, because I was an extreme couponer, I also knew how to get things for free. And I knew that these products were worth it. I also knew that we couldn't afford it at the time in our budget. And so I decided to share because I knew people around me were suffering. and they needed help like I did. And I knew that if I shared with them, I had the opportunity to get my vitamins and supplements paid for, just as if I would host a jewelry party for a friend or a makeup party or whatever. I was all about the parties, and I would always host a party to get the things for free because I was frugal. And I thought, this is amazing. I can share products that work and get my own products paid for. My very first month, I made $160. And I was like, oh my goodness, I got my products paid for. Every month after that, I continued to make a consistent $400 to $500 from when I started, which was paying for products for my whole family at that point, which was just amazing. And I started to ask myself, what would happen? What if I got more than just my products paid for? What if I made an extra $500 a month? And then I was doing that. And what if I made an extra $1,000 a month? And then I was doing that. And then it was like, well, what if I made an extra $1,500 a month on top of what my products cost? And now I'm doing that. And what I thought I didn't need, I didn't realize would actually be something I did need, because we are in a time right now where finances are tight, right? Like, I mean, to add insult to injury, both of our cars need new tires right now. Both cars. My commission check from March is paying for that. We need a new roof on our house. A roof is not cheap, but we live in a smaller home, so thankfully our roof isn't astronomical. But you guys, we are going to be able to pay cash for a roof for our home because of this opportunity, because of my commission checks from January and February that we have saved. So we get to pay cash for tires on 2 vehicles, and now we get to pay cash for a roof, and we don't have to make a claim against our house. So our insurance doesn't have to go up, and we couldn't make a claim anyway because there's not enough damage on our roof. So praying for a hailstorm has not paid off, but Plexus has. Plexus has provided enough for us to stay debt-free. We are committed to being debt-free and to pay cash for our new roof. And so I am so thankful for this opportunity that I did not know that I needed. I said I didn't need it. I said I would never share. I would never be one of those people. And the thing is that when you care about people, you're going to share products that work. And I have no problem telling people about these products now because I know they work and I know they need them. And I never expected this financial blessing to actually come alongside and give us the ability to continue to be debt-free and not need my husband's income for any of these extra things. My husband's income can be what it's always been, which is to provide just what we need, not a lot of extra, and we are living fine off of that. And now Plexus has come in and is allowing us to stay debt-free and to not stress. We are not stressed out about big financial purchases right now. And even though we're in a time where there's scarcity and people are unsure, I personally had my best month with this company in March because people want health and wellness and they are looking for that. And so I feel very comfortable and confident to share these products because I know they're going to help people with their health for the long term. So that is just the short snippet of my story and what this opportunity is doing for us. And I am so thankful.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So how many of you out there are thinking to yourself, I don't know what I would do if I had to replace my roof. I don't know what I would do if I had 2 tire blowouts and had to replace the tires on my car. There's a lot of people that are living paycheck to paycheck and they don't have that cushion of that savings account, of that extra $500 a month, that extra $1,000 a month that truly can be the difference of being able to continue providing for your family or having something that has to go on a credit card. And so I love your story and I love hearing that it turned, getting your products paid for turned into a good cushion for your family. I would love to hear some thoughts maybe later on the extreme couponing because that always has fascinated me. I am not good at that, but that is amazing. And thank you so much for sharing. I'm going to turn it over now to my sweet friend, Heather, who is a mom of 4 and a doula. And I know right now things change. Sometimes you can wake up and one day your life is one way and the next day your life is completely different. So I'm going to let Heather share her story.
Hi, everybody. Yes, my name is Heather, And so it's interesting because when I think of my story, it's a little different than what Sarah and Shannon were talking about, because I actually got into the network marketing industry probably about 7 or 8 years ago. And it started with a friend that I trusted that said, hey, I found this great little opportunity. It'll be fun, and I want you to do it with me. And she had great intentions. And so I was at the time a mom of, I only had one at the time, and I was staying home. I loved being a stay-at-home mom. My husband was fully providing for us, but I was looking for an extra little out, something outside of just being a mom, being a wife, and looking for, a way to get involved in something and make an impact and make a little extra income just for the extra little fun stuff. The problem with that was the company specifically that I started with, and other companies that I even got involved with even after that, just weren't what we have here. And I remember when a good friend introduced me to this company, at that point, I became very cold to the industry because I was burnt out. I was burnt out from the buy-in that I had to do. I was burnt out from just the way that they were teaching us to run this business. And it wasn't until I really saw the heart of this company and the culture that I knew that this was it. This was the network marketing company that God literally placed in my hand, even though I never thought I wanted to do it again. I think a lot of us get burnt out, and we get excited about an amazing opportunity, because I do believe this industry is the best industry in the world. And I'm seeing it even more now because of everything that's going on. My husband was 15 years at a corporate small business, corporate America kind of set up, and he was the second-hand man. And he spent lots and lots of time investing into this company, and he should have been irreplaceable, but he still wasn't secure. And no matter what industry, no matter what job outside of network marketing you're in, unfortunately, you're impacted by the economy. You are in this very, unwavering boat where you really don't know what is going to happen. You don't know what your future holds. You don't have the security that you want. And so when I remember sitting down recently with my husband, I'm like, now he gets to start fresh. Like, what do you want with a new job? Like, what do you want your job to look like? And some of the things he's like, I want to be in business for myself. I want to be flexible. I want to have, more time with the family. I want to be able to control, what amount of income I can make. I want to have, hands in on his destiny. And I was just writing these things down, and I'm like, that is what we have. That is what we have. If we truly, really understand this opportunity, and we really know the limits, like we don't search anywhere else. And I've seen it done wrong, and I've seen it, in other companies, and this is the best network marketing company. And so with this, we have been able to, one, get our family healthy. I mean, we've always been on the forefront of health and wellness in our family, just, with nutrition, nutrition, supplementation, just overall health and wellness. So that is already something we were doing. But now that we get to offer that and financial freedom, it's something that, it's an all-around amazing tool that you get to share with your friends and family. And it's been so incredible because, just like Shannon said, like, you can start as small as, okay, what if I just made a little budget line for just our health? And now it looks a little bit different for our family, but we are doing the same things. I find so much joy in sharing this opportunity with others, because I know so many families out there are having financial burdens, especially now, that they need an opportunity. They need, a way. And now, working from home, this industry, working off a computer and the internet, virtual meetings, like, this is what everybody needs. And especially for our family, we know that this is just the beginning. And we know that God's going to use us to make an impact and not only the lives, of their health, of friends and family around us, but also their finances, because money is just a tool, but it's something that God gives us so that we can give back, that we can make an impact in our own lives, that we can take the burden of debt off of our families' lives, that we can help our husbands, and we can just feel like we are being a part of, contributing to our family income. And even though I love my amazing children and we get to stay home, and I am so thankful that I get to homeschool, I just laugh with my friend Danielle and Sarah and even Jamie and anybody else that's on this call. Like, we enjoy seeing each other. We enjoy seeing each other's face. Like, this is a hobby for me, in a sense of like, it brings joy, but I know that the business side of it, it's a real business. It's a real income, and the effort equals the rewards. And that's what I never had outside of this company. And it's been such a blessing to finally find the right company in the right industry that will match your efforts. And so what you put in, you will get. And we have been so blessed to be able to put in and to get the rewards that we're already experiencing. And we know that that's just going to continue to grow. And we want you to know that you too can get those rewards. You just need to put in that time and effort and know that this is the best company and that this is the best industry. So thank you, Sarah, for letting me share. And I love seeing all y'all here.
Thank you so much, Heather. I absolutely love that. The first thing I love that you said was you knew you wanted to get your family healthy and that you found products that you loved. So for those of you that are watching, we focus on gut health as a company, but we also have clean skincare as well as natural healthy weight loss. We have products for everyone that people need. And right now, when people are very concerned about their health and their immunity and boosting their immune systems, to know that we have the vitamins, the probiotics, the things that are going to help us to feel good about keeping our families healthy, that is absolutely amazing. And I also loved that you said the effort, your income will match your effort, and that this is as much or as little as you want it to be. And Heather is already having an amazing month because she is so passionate about sharing and having an impact, knowing what this opportunity can be. So thank you, Heather, so much for sharing that. When I think back, guys, to that first paycheck that showed up in my mailbox for $300, and I was like, well, all I did was tell some girls at work about the pink drink. When I started to be intentional and realize what was possible, I set the goal. When I found out I was pregnant with surprise baby number 3, I set the goal to be able to match my nursing salary, because my dream was to be able to be at home with my babies. Doctors had told us that we would never be able to have children. So imagine our surprise and joy and delight when we had surprise baby number 1, miracle baby number 1, and then miracle baby number 2 came quickly after that. I had gone back to work to help supplement for some of our student loans and things that we were trying to pay down. And when I got pregnant with Hudson, I thought to myself, I have now found this opportunity to work from home, and what if I could replace my income? I'm here to tell you that with a year of hard work, I did replace my nursing salary, and I was able to come home and work completely from home after I gave birth to Hudson. So I had 3 boys at home and was able to build a pretty significant income. I am so excited to let Stacy share with us, because she saw the potential for what this Plexus opportunity could give. And I'm going to let her share a little bit about her story. So Stacy, I will let you share.
Hey everybody, thank you so much, Sarah, for giving me a chance to share my story. So I actually tried 2 other MLMs before too, and I was like, I don't know if this is for me, because I'm not a chef and I don't really love to clean. I bet you can guess what MLMs I tried. And I was like, this isn't for me. But when I started the products and I realized that they are actually life-changing, and while I love my cleaning products and I love my cooking products, they didn't alter my life the way Plexus has altered my life, my health, and my family's health. And so I knew there was some integrity behind the products, behind the company, and those things matter to me. There has always been this little nudge in the back of my head saying there's something more. So I am a teacher. I taught for 17 years. And I loved my profession. I love being a teacher. I love my students. But if you know anything about teaching, and I think most of you do right now because you're all doing it from home, whether you wanted to or not, and it's exhausting. My weekends were filled with all of the regular duties that moms have to do, plus lesson planning and grading. And for years when my girls were little, I had always hoped and prayed that there was something more, but I didn't know what that looked like. And I, of course, didn't know anything about Plexus back then. And so I just always had prayed for time freedom, for financial freedom. We were paycheck to paycheck. We were deep in debt. And I was just always overwhelmed and busy. And I really had no vision for my future. I always looked at, I'm just trying to get through this next year so that I can be 1 year closer to retirement. I had no hope of making more than the system would allow me to make. And if you know anything about teacher salaries, it's just not good, right? We certainly do not make anything equivalent to the amount of work that we put into our job. So there was a ceiling to how much I could ever earn and what I would retire earning. And that to me, cumbersome. I felt we're going to more this, like this is all I'm going to have. My husband, we're really fortunate, has a great job, but I'm the type of person that wants to provide too. And I want to be able to say that I can contribute to our family. So that was really hard for me that I couldn't. And then I never had the time to travel. As a teacher, our time to travel is, and I know y'all are like, well, you have summers off, but that's peak season. Every time we had to travel was peak season. And guess what? That's always more expensive, which meant if we were traveling when it was the most expensive, and I just wasn't making that much money. So we just didn't travel that much. So when Plexus rolled around, I decided this was an opportunity, and I did not match my income yet, but I know there's the opportunity to do that, and I am going to do that, and I'm going to exceed my income because I know that that's a real possibility with Plexus, and I believe that I can do that. So that's where I am. I have a vision for my future, and it's much more than I could ever have envisioned as a teacher. So that's really, it's just such a huge blessing to know that there's this opportunity to grow and to have more so I can give more. To be able to leave my girls with a legacy, to not worry about when we're going to have the money to pay for whatever next big thing comes up, like tires or anything else that might come up, right? So it's so freeing to know that. So I left the classroom January 27th, and I haven't looked back. I don't miss it. Y'all, I don't miss it at all. And right now, all my teacher friends are stressed about online teaching, and I'm like, I don't have to deal with that. I'm free from all of that. I don't have to deal with grading anymore. There's just so much freedom in what we're doing, and I love it. I've been able to connect with so many people from my past, from former students. I just Zoom chatted with 2 of my former students from Michigan, and they both enrolled as ambassadors, and I'm super excited for them. So it's just been like just this amazing journey already. I've been on the products for 4 years. I didn't start actively working the business until probably about 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago. And even then I dabbled in it, and I always called it my side gig. I didn't take it seriously, and I didn't have the belief that this was a real career for a long time. And I'm telling you that if this is something you want to do, you have to get your belief set. You have to know that it's not this is not a hobby. If you really want it, you have to work for it, and you have to treat it like a job. Belief in that, you're going to rise to the top, and that is I'm super excited. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I am so excited for you to be able to come home from your teaching career. And when people ask me all the time, do you miss being a nurse? And I say, you know what? I feel like I was there for a season. I was there, and it was where I was supposed to be for those 10 years. I loved being a nurse. But for me, and just like you said, punching a time clock, there's that ceiling. There's only so many hours in a day, and there was only so much that we could earn in those hours. And to know that you can trade that now, obviously you have a totally different set of variables when you work from home and you are your own boss. But I loved what you said about, if you treat it like a job, you have the unlimited earning potential. Now, of course, nothing is guaranteed. So I'm so happy for you, and that you're able to do what you love, and share and grow a business, and you're doing an amazing job. Thank you so much for sharing. So our next final guest is somebody that has been with me for almost 9 years, you guys, and I am just so excited. So you might be listening thinking, you know what? I just wanted to get my products, I wanted my products for the cheapest price, and that's great. We love you and welcome. And then some of you might have heard Shannon talk about getting your products paid for. Like, who wouldn't want to take products and at least earn enough that you can keep staying on them without it being a stress for the family financial budget? And then to be able to know that Stacy just retired from her teaching job and is now at home working Plexus full time, which is where I am, as well as the opportunity has allowed for my dear friend Danielle to do the same. So Danielle, I would love for you to share your story and experience with this wonderful Plexus blessing.
So much, Sarah. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
A little bit of difficulty, so I just want to make sure. Okay, awesome. So I'm so excited to be on here with all of you ladies tonight. Just hearing your stories, it gives me so much joy. And that's really what my story is about, is how I found my true passion with Plexus. And I'll tell you, if anybody ever says to you, this pink drink can change your life, you really have no idea what that means. So I'm going to try to put that into perspective for you and how it truly changed my life. Going back to many, many years ago, when I grew up, I had no idea. I was raised by a single mom that struggled to keep a roof over her head, working 2 jobs. And I knew that I didn't want that life, but I just didn't have a desire for a specific field. And I didn't know at that time, that young in my life, that I wanted to be a mom either. School just wasn't really my thing, so I didn't even bother going to college. I started working part-time at the age of 14, and by age 17, I was on my own and landed a job making pretty decent money. But a few years later, I found myself expecting my first child, and that was when I decided it was time to get a real job. So I went to work in corporate America, and during that time, I actually had to work 2 jobs just to make ends meet. I ended up getting a job in corporate America with a medical device company. I had a really decent salary. I had all of the benefits, but when I got pregnant with my second child, I found myself wanting to be home with my kids. I found that desire to be a stay-at-home mom. In fact, I began to despise the idea of paying someone to raise my kids. But to be honest, we were barely making ends meet at the time, and I just needed an extra couple $100s a month to keep our head above water. Anybody else relate to that? Just a couple $100s a month can make a huge difference. Luckily, I happened to work with someone who shared with me that there was a way that I could make extra money part-time, doing this thing called direct sales or home party. So Stacy, I can relate to that. And I'll be honest, I was hesitant, but I was desperate to find it work. And so I took a look at what my friend offered me. And I'll tell you, not only did that side gig become a way for us to make ends meet, but I was actually able to retire from my full-time job within 3 years and actually finally be home with my kids. I was able to attend every class party, field trip, and I never thought this would be me, but I was actually the class mom for both my son's last couple of years in grade school and every year for my daughter. That brought me so much joy and happiness, and they loved it. They loved me being there. Well, fast forward a little bit. I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw a friend posting about her results with this pink drink. I inquired about it just because my energy was in the tank. It was a mess. I was a hot mess express. And it was from working all of those late night parties, fast food drive-throughs. And so being intrigued by what I had seen from my friend's results, I wanted to get best price, kind of like many of the ladies here shared tonight. But right away, I began to notice a huge difference in my appetite, my energy, and my mood. And so I began to share about my new journey on Facebook with my friends. And I called a few of my closest friends and a couple of family members to let them know what I was doing, because I was so excited about the results I was getting. And I just invited them to do it with me. Like, it wasn't set that what I'm doing, I really want you to do this with me. Well, a paycheck showed up, and you can imagine my shock when the company was paying me to tell my friends. And so I had to look a little deeper into this company and the compensation plan, because I had been with a previous company for 7 months where the only way that I got paid was if I sold something. And so I was a little shocked that I was sitting at home chatting with my friends, telling them about posting money. Okay. So I was tired of carrying the heavy inventory that cost me thousands of dollars. I was tired of leaving my house 6 nights a week and never getting to tuck my kids into bed. Of course, I got to be there during the day, but not for nighttime, for bedtime. I really was one of those people that did not believe you could make money in network marketing. In fact, I despised network marketing and swore I would never join one of those companies. I watched my mom. Remember, I was watching her as a struggling single mom, and she was introduced to network marketing, and she tried multiple companies, lots of inventory that she didn't have the money for, and zero success. So I wasn't exactly sold on network marketing. You can imagine my shock and how I'm eating those words today, that I actually accidentally joined a network marketing company. But with Plexus, I didn't have to leave my house. I don't have to carry inventory. I don't carry any inventory, actually. And I was all in once I knew that there was an opportunity that truly allowed me to make money from home and be available to my family and work this business around my life and not have it to be gone every night and work every weekend. It truly was like a dream come true. In just under 4 years, I promoted to the top 3 ranks of Plexus just by sharing my success with the products and offering others the same opportunity that was offered to me over 17 years ago. I had no idea that people could really earn a 6-figure income, drive those beautiful fancy cars, and go on free trips every year. But hearing my story and hearing the other stories tonight, I want to tell you, it doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what your education is. It doesn't matter what skills you do or don't have. Here's what you must have to take advantage of this opportunity. And it's a desire and an open mind. That is all I had. I knew, like Stacy said, I knew there was something more than just paying bills. I knew that there was another way. I just didn't know how to go about it. But I will tell you that I truly believe in my heart that that desire created the door of opportunity for me. And I'm so glad it did. Network marketing is an opportunity for you to find your passion. And for everybody, it's different, but you'll find your passion. That you're Plexus is truly in the fact that we are one Plexus. We are all in this together. We support each other. We love each other. We encourage the community. the friendships, it has truly been life-changing. So like I said, it says this pink drink can change your life. It's definitely going to improve, but it may be an opportunity for you to open a door that you maybe never thought was possible, but it can truly change your life emotionally, physically, financially, all of encompassing. And even for me, it has been a great spiritual journey as well. So thank you so much, Sarah, for allowing to share my story tonight.
Thank you, Danielle. And I have to just give Danielle a huge shout out. She has been here day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, consistent, steadfast, just sticking with it. And I absolutely have loved watching your journey, watch you grow into a leader and growing a team. You guys, the community that we have, the culture that we have, the company that we have, the products that we have, I am telling you, there is nothing like what we have anywhere else. So you might be listening tonight, and you might be one of those 6.2 million Americans who are currently finding themselves unemployed right now. You might be one of those 70% of Americans who has a job but is currently living paycheck to paycheck. You might be somebody who is saying to yourself, I don't know what tomorrow looks like, and my future isn't in my control. It's up to my job, my employer, my boss, if I'm going to have an income coming in. I want you to know that we have something special. And you might be listening to these stories thinking, okay, how many thousands of dollars do I have to invest to get my own business? Right now, it's $9.95 for you to get your website for your business to be open. Now, you might be saying one of three things. One, hey, I'd love to try these products that you guys are talking about, because guess what? Everybody on the planet has skin. Everybody has a gut, right? Our products are for everyone. So you might be thinking to yourself, okay, I'm a one. I just want to get in, or I got in to just try the products for the cheapest price. Or you might be thinking to yourself, well, I'd love to maybe earn enough just to get my products paid for. And we can absolutely show you how to do that. You might be in the second category tonight thinking to yourself, I love these stories. I don't know how to move forward, but I need $500 to $1,000 a month coming in so that I can feed my family, so that we can have margins, so that we can get a new roof, so that we can have that little bit of cushion if we don't know where our other regular job paycheck is coming from. This could be that plan B that adds that part-time income, and we would love to partner with you and show you how to do that. You might also be thinking to yourself, well, wait a second. I heard Danielle and I heard Stacy and I heard Sarah talk about this is their job. And I am here to tell you that you absolutely could be in the third category and say, sign me up because I'm all in. I want to work this from home, part-time, full-time, whatever the case might be, and not just match a nursing salary. How about double a nursing salary, or even triple or quadruple a nursing salary? And I have to tell you all, 10 years ago, when I joined because I wanted to get back in my skinny jeans with a pink drink, I had no idea that this opportunity would be life-changing for my health, for my family's health, and for our financial future. We are now completely debt-free. My husband has not had to do call weekends, holidays if he doesn't want to. We have the freedom to choose what we want to do and when we want to do it. We, as a team, were able to sponsor an orphanage in India. So we support 51 kiddos at our Angel House Orphanage. And those are ripple effects of a blessing that I never could have dreamed possible for $9.95. We would love to get you started on these products for a welcome pack that are now 10% off. So for just $89 or $179, we will help you bundle an assortment of products to get you started on. And we would love for you, if you have not started this journey, to jump in with us. You might be a 1 or a 2 or a 3. You want to enjoy your products, maybe get them paid for, earn $500 to $1,000, or you're ready to go all in. I would love for you to get with the person that introduced you to Plexus and say, hey, I'm a 3. I'm ready to do this. Like, let's do this. As long as you are willing to work and have an open mind, we are here to walk this journey with you. I want to thank you guys for hanging on with us for a little over 30 minutes. This has just blessed me, and I love hearing these stories. Y'all, Plexus is impacting not just our lives, but we are building legacies for thousands, tens of thousands of people, and for future generations. Thank you guys so much for jumping on. Get with the person that invited you to this or invited you to Plexus, and we would love to help you achieve your dreams. Good night, guys.